What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? I know it's been a minute, man. For real, it's been a nice minute since I uploaded a video. For real, still ain't got 1,000 subscribers yet, so still ain't able to go live. But whenever I get a chance to make a video, I will make a video. I'm not saying I'm the busiest person in the world. I do be having time. I can make one every day for real, but sometimes I be in the mood for it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it be on my mind. Sometimes it don't. Um, but hey, I'm just sitting here for real. For real, that's made me think about it. Picked up me a little hobby, you know, just trying to keep my mind clear and good. Uh, just to update, um, my 10 day sobriety, it didn't last no longer than that. Just being honest. Uh, my 10 days was up. I went straight to the liquor store. Not like that morning, or nothing, but it was on the weekend. So definitely that night I kicked it. I did the 10 days right before my nigga birthday because I knew his birthday was coming up and we was gonna go ham. So, but it was definitely a good experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am questioning myself more. I'm challenging myself more, expecting more from myself. You know, and seeing things and saw things clear for what it need to be seen for. I don't feel like I'm struggling with making decisions anymore. That was really the whole point of me doing it. So I guess I got what I was trying to get out of it. Now it's just really making those decisions and implementing those decisions because now I know what decisions I need to make. And this right here is one of them. Just finding something to do in your time that's constructive to where you ain't just sitting around doing idle things. What I mean by like a hobby, this is something I picked up. Waist beads. If anybody know anything about waist beads, if you know me, then you can understand why I'm doing it. It's really nothing. I actually give them away. I'm not charging for nothing from or nothing. I actually give them away. It actually, I don't suggest men to wear them. I wouldn't wear them, but for women, I could see how it can um, bring some positivity into their life for real. Because for one, it's designed to let you know if you're going forward or backwards in your progress of trying to be healthy, losing weight. Because if you're losing weight, they're gonna drop down, and they look real sexy when they do drop down. Shit, they look sexy when they up for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like an accessory around the waist. The stomach is the most beautiful part of a woman's body. I don't care what nobody say. Big, small, flat, whatever. It's where life is created. So it's nothing that you can say about that. I don't care how your stomach look or how your woman stomach look to you. It should be the most beautifulest thing, and you should always make sure that if you could smack her ass, you could rub her stomach. You know, make a woman feel like a woman sometime. And I know it's a hard task because some women don't even recognize that you're trying to make them feel like a woman, so it's not reciprocated. I get it, but as men, we also need to stop feeling that energy too. You know it, even if she don't know it. You know it. Present it to her. See what she say. See what she thinks. See how she feel about something being acknowledged about her. Some people can accept it. Some people can't. You already did your good deed by trying to get them something to acknowledge and accept about themselves to make them a better person, whether it's with you or with somebody else. If they can't handle it, you did your part, and vice versa. Because I love to tell men, and sometimes I suffer with this too, because it's real that sometimes you have to be man enough to take criticism from a woman, even though women don't know how to correctly give criticism. I'm not speaking for all women. So when I say women, we gonna all understand that we adults, and I'm speaking on the majority. And don't know how to give constructive criticism to where it become demeaning to a man. But men, if you man, men, if you a man, men, That's unjustifiable. A tone in a woman's voice shouldn't be able to change that. And what I mean by that, your demeanor shouldn't change because of the tone in a woman's voice. We are statue, and we should stand as such, unbothered under any conditions. A monument, be a walking monument in your life. Don't change conditionally based on the conditions or the circumstances. That's people talk about it like that's a cool thing. Like, well, that's a normal thing to do. When really it's abnormal. That's abnormal. Just because it's done a lot, don't make something normal. It's still abnormal. It's still abnormal. I don't care if the whole world is doing it. Then the whole world is wrong. It's abnormal. You don't change based on conditions. Cause who are you at that point? Who are you at that point? Reptilian, chameleon. You know, we are not. We you. I do believe in forming to fit your environment. But if that environment becomes destructive, what do you think you becoming if you form it to fit that destructive environment? Destructive. You know, go look it up. I wish y'all could really see how these waist beads look on women, and you would know like, okay, shit, I might want to make some waist beads too for real, cause they look so sexy and beautiful on women. It just remind me of natural women. I love natural women. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying if you saw me with a chick with some weave in her head, I'm a double bystander or anything like that. I'm just saying I love natural women. I love all women for real. Just the natural ones appeal to me a little bit more than the other ones. If I was to call one my own, she would be natural. I'm not saying women are an accessory or I treat them like such, but sometimes you know what you want on your arm at the time and you know what you don't. And you know what you're looking for at that moment, you know what you don't. Life is to be lived. They say people are pawns in this game. That sounds so obsessive, or possessive in a sense, because you can possess a pawn, but knowing where you're trying to go, man, that's the main thing. Everyone is a stepping stone in each other's life. Use me, baby. And I ain't saying that because I will not allow you to abuse me. But if we can benefit from each other and just in part of having a great day, then let's do that. It don't have to be nothing more than that. It could just be, hey, I just need a clear mind. I need to talk to someone level headed enough to understand me and make me not feel crazy in a day of where I just want to be my fucking self. Ain't nothing wrong with that. People get into good conversation and automatically think that we belong together because you think they cute or you like the fact they got some money or something. Quit picking people based on that. Quit thinking just because y'all had a nice time together that y'all owe each other something because you don't. You don't. Yeah, thank you because that's courteous. But to just feel like, oh, this is the one, and how many ones is it gonna be? We ain't trying to crack no code or nothing, is you? It's only one. And the fact that so many people could be one let you know that you need to reevaluate yourself because everybody is not the one, clearly. I'm the last person to be giving some relationship advice, but this is stuff that I've learned by being in a relationship. You can start off wrong in a relationship, and there's nothing you can do to repair it except that. And if y'all both can accept it, then maybe y'all can build because in order to grow, you have to understand that it come with pain. It come with pain. That's why it's the the saying growing pains. But yeah, this waist bead gonna be so lit. It's gonna look so beautiful on somebody. I think I already know who I'm gonna give it to though. Man. So what's up, people, people, people? Please follow, like, comment, share. Get your boy to them 1,000 subscribers, man. That's all I'm asking for is 1,000 subscribers. I ain't asking you to send no money, donate no money. Just 1 second of your time that you can never get back could really help me out. Please do that for your boy, man. Get to 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, right now I'll be live for real. He probably be laughing. Like, what's up, bro? You know? Yeah. I can't wait till somebody say, man, we about to drink some coffee together. And we sitting here drinking some coffee on live, having morning conversation. Cause that's when I really be in the mood to talk in the morning for real. When I wake up, my mind be open. And I would like some advice. I be going through stuff sometimes, you know. The right advice could take you to a long way. And I know it's somebody out there that got something for me, and I'm ready to receive it. I'm ready to take it in. Cause when I reach my peak, whew, my testimony gonna be something else, man. It's gonna save somebody's life, probably millions, hundreds of people. Cause I'm not biased, and I'm not afraid to keep it real, with people. I'm not afraid to tell my truth. I'm not afraid to be liked. I'm not afraid to be disliked. I'm not afraid to be wrong. But I am afraid of being lost. That's my biggest fear, just being lost. I ain't talking about in the woods. I'm talking about inside of my mind, inside of my being. Knowing better, not doing better. Seeing but not looking. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't mean to keep, but I'm really this is a tedious task. You know, like, why you give them out for free? Why you give them out for free? Because I don't really obligate myself to this hobby enough to put a price on it. You know, like it take a while. Like I probably make on some days I really would have to be like in my feelings to make more than one. You know, like cause it take about an hour to make one. So once I make one that day, I'll be like, okay, my mind be fair. You know, I've accomplished something, and that's a big thing in your life. Make sure you accomplishing something every day, not for somebody else, for yourself. Set a goal for yourself. Not getting up going to work. That's not an accomplishment. That's an obligation. I don't care how much schooling you went to get the job. I don't care how much you love the job. That's an obligation. If you stop doing it, then what? The lifestyle that you created for yourself behind that will slowly diminish. You know, but for and that's for some. Some people are smart enough to know you got to have more than one stream of income. It's about five or six for real. But yeah, a job is nothing but an obligation. It's a position. It's a title that can be taken away at any moment. So it's not truly yours. It's not yours. That position belonged to somebody before you, and it's gonna belong to somebody after you. You can't give it away, so it's not yours. I want to start me a business, but me being real with myself, it's not the right time in my life. It's not. The hardest job I got right now is being a dad. That's the hardest job in the world to me. Some people, I watch some people and I know it just some comes so easy and it comes so natural to them. But that's the hardest job in the world to me. Sometimes I wonder like what I'd be doing in my life if I wasn't a dad. I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't want to be a dad. I remember it was a time when I was didn't want to be a dad. Like I was a father because I had a child, but was I ready? No. Because I knew what to do. I still don't. I still don't. To be perfectly honest with you. And be careful who you have children with. Because that could be all of the problem. Parenting and co-parenting, man, man. If anybody out there, well, I know a lot of people out there experience they own experiences to the point to where I don't even have to say nothing about the situation. They know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not gonna get too deep into it because it might come off wrong. And I respect the mothers of my children. I really do. Great moms. There's nothing I can take from them at all. Like having a mother and a father, knowing who they were, could distinguish them if I saw them, being around them. But present, pretty much raised myself. So, well, outside of I had my grandmother and my granny, and that was the best of both worlds for real. Cause my granny, for instance, boy, no games, no games, no games. But my grandma, sweetest person in the world. So I guess that's why I'm balanced. That's why I say I'm not complaining at all. I'm not complaining at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like to me that's enough of a reason to understand why parenting is so hard for me. Because parenting is not a blueprint. It is they could write all the books in the world. It only help some people because everybody upbringing is different and all kids are not the same. And you want to allow your kids to be kids. You want to allow your kids to be themselves. You want to allow your kids to be comfortable with who they are because you know one day that comfort is what's going to help them get through life because they will have to make some decisions that are uncomfortable and they will have to be comfortable making them. So like when they kids, let them be kids. I know they probably want a daycare and daycare telling you, well, your child, you don't know how to share. Some kids don't. We working on it. Well, your child said this to other kids. If it get too bad, then take your child out the daycare because evidently your child is not ready for that type of environment yet. Don't force nothing on your child they're not ready for. Cause that's all you really doing, and that's you shaping them for America. America don't want your child ready. America wants your child to fold anytime the pressure is on, so they can control them. They want to control your kids, man. I hope y'all know that. So let your kids be kids when they can, cause one day, especially as black men, black boys, one day just doing the right thing might end up being the worst thing for them because they're gonna be at the wrong place at the wrong time. They only get one life. You know what I'm saying? Let them live it. You can't change what's going on around them, but you can show them how to obtain change. And change starts within yourself with a person positive enough in themselves to know. Because knowing is the key to life. Everybody trying to figure out like it's some type of secret or something. It ain't no secret. Knowing. Knowing. That's all it is. That's all it really boils down to is knowing. Cause that's something can't nobody take from you. Something nobody can't take what you know from you. They gonna bash you and beat you down anyway. But what they can't take is what you know. Cause what you know is a part of you. That's the reason. That's your reason. Without no reason, of course you're not. Of course you're not. And when I say you're not going to do any damn thing. Everything gonna be subjective. Everything gonna be able to change based on the feeling, an emotion, a thought. When things don't change, that's why they try to manipulate us with this religion. And I'm not saying I don't believe. I'm a true believer. I just don't believe the way they want me to believe. That's how you could become controlled and lost. Cause you don't know. You know what somebody else is telling you, and what if that is ultimately not true, and you making that you? It's becoming you, but what you are being told is ultimately not true. So who are you? Fiction. That's who you are. You are fiction in the world of truth. You acting like you know in a world of lies. That can become real conflicting. And being conflicted is not a good thing. Being conflicted is pretty much saying you all over the place. That's what conflicted mean. I mean like that's what a conflicted person do. They never really know. Never really know. And don't never and as people, it's okay to say you don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with saying you don't know. But if you respect that person that's asking you a question, respect them enough to think, think, gather a thought. Don't just think so much less of a person that it's okay to say you don't know. It's okay, but that don't make it right. You would want the same respect from somebody else. And that's what it really all boils down to. Giving somebody the same what you would expect. And if that person can't give that to you, accept that. How can you accept it? By knowing. Knowing, just by knowing. Just by knowing. I'm telling you, man. Just by knowing. And and when you know, you don't become this shut off person or this person that, oh, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you. That's a negative person. Anytime somebody say, I can't fuck with somebody, that's some negative shit. That's some negative shit. And if you that person, don't be mad at me. Accept it. And once you know that you're negative, then maybe you can do something about it. Or maybe you just one of the people that I don't mind being negative. That's just who I am. And that's some negative shit within itself. That's a disease, if you ask me. Willing to accept your own fucked upness. You ain't about to accept nobody else fucked upness, but you will accept your own. Nah, be better. Be better. Put yourself on that pedestal that you're trying to put everybody else on. Cause why try to make somebody else to be better when you ain't? You basically downing yourself. Making the excuse for yourself. I ain't gonna put it on, but as you can see, it go around the stomach and you have it droop down, rocka, 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 rocka. One day I'm gonna see if somebody let me show off my beads for y'all. But if not, you can always Google waist beads, see the benefits of waist beads. I think one of the benefits of it is it do bring a sense of sexiness to every woman life. I don't care how sexy you are or how unsexy you think you are. A waist bead will always make you feel sexy. I promise you. And when you like what you see when you're walking past the mirror, I'm telling you, that matters. That definitely matters. And when people accept that and understand that it does matter, where you get conflicted is when you think you doing it for somebody else. When you think you do something nice for yourself to benefit somebody else, of course it don't mean as much. But when you realize I go get a haircut because I want a haircut. You might see me bushy faced it with a hat on all the time. Cause I don't really care about no haircut at that time. It ain't really bothering me at that moment. But you gonna wake up and say, you know what? I feel like I want a haircut today. That haircut gonna make you feel like $1,000,000. It's let it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, hey, that shirt would definitely look good on me. It would definitely look good on me. And you get the shirt, put it on, and it definitely look good on you. That's a great feeling. And anytime you out in this world, you should be feeling as great as possible. If you're not presenting yourself in a way that you see yourself being presented, you are not going to show up to the occasion. You ever been to a job interview and you knew like, damn, even just the littlest thing gonna be on the back of your mind because it's like, oh, I got my shirt wrinkled. You think they looking at your wrinkled shirt? Well, fuck about your wrinkled shirt, but you do, you do, and that causes you to be a little off or not as vibrant as open. You trying to shelter this orange shirt and hold it back. You can't hold back no unorange shirt. How you gonna do that? You creating the impossible for yourself in a situation where you're trying to gain. Take that time. Prepare yourself. Self love is wealth. Self love is wealth. People with all the money in the world don't even love themselves. So are they initially happy? Are they initially winning? No. Because one thing that you could do, they can't do, you can wake up smiling, and that makes you a winner. So make sure you present yourself in the best way for you to be the best person that you are. But whenever you being the best person you are, you can accept that. I could accept the loss if I knew that I ran my hardest. If I ran my fastest, I knew I could accept my loss. What I'm gonna be mad at them because they was just better, or they put more time in than I did, or and some people probably don't even put much time in. They just was born that way. And what you gonna hate yourself? No. Realize their best attributes is running fast. Maybe your best attribute is comprehension, understanding. That's why I may fall short in a whole lot of areas, but comprehension, understanding, I'm maxing out, and that's a blessing to me. So wherever else I'm not achieving those high standards, I'm cool with that. I can live with that. I can live with that. I could say, you know what? It's okay that I'm not the tallest guy in the world. Maybe not the most handsomest guy in the world. Maybe not the freshest, the flyest, the richest, but within my parameters of the person that I am, that I am made and how I'm made up, I would be a fool to not be grateful. Because then the things that I should be grateful for will initially go to waste. Because I wouldn't be seeing it like that. You know? Give yourself the congratulations and the gratification that you need. When you look for that in outside sources, it's controllable. Meaning, not by you, but somebody else. Somebody else could mess your day up. Somebody else is where your value come in at. You know, like $1 is $1. I don't care who got it. $20, $20. I don't care who got it. $100, $100. I don't care if it's in my pocket or his or her pocket. It's still only $100. That's how you should be as a person. No matter where you at or who you around, you are that $100 bill. You have a value. You have to see it as such. You can't look to nobody else for that, because if your value change the moment that somebody else don't like you, that's when you come like a currency, because it's comparable to something else. Now your $100 ain't my $100 no more. My $100 is American $100. You got uh trying to think of a depreciated current a Mexican $100. $100 in Mexico money, not comparison to $100 in American money, and they right next to each other. I was gonna say I ain't gonna preach, but I'm here to preach today. I'm here to preach today. I know y'all still probably judging me like, dude, you couldn't even. And like I said from the jump, it wasn't nothing I was trying to do long term. If it turned out to be that, oh well, that was the journey I was on. Don't knock me, cause I know I know me. There's nothing you can really say about me for real, for real. And I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna hold no value. I'm gonna take it in just like it is. Okay. I need to cut his hair. I probably won't think about it much, but I'll probably go back and watch the video like, damn, nigga do need to cut his hair. He was definitely right. Or she was definitely right. He need to stop cussing so much. Now go back to the video. I'm like, damn, I only said about 5, 6 cuss words. But hey, maybe I do need to stop cussing. Maybe them 5, 6 cuss words is preventing the growth of my true vocabulary. I picked it up in a negative way anyway. You know, like, I'm not about to, but I also grew up into situations where I had to learn how to take criticism. I remember the first time I actually had to go on stage with my shirt off. When I was in 6th grade, I was 166 pounds, 5'3", or 5'2", even maybe. Can you imagine that little fat, chunky ass kid just walking across the stage confidently with his shirt off? I couldn't have. Not in a million years. But my acting teacher, who was the director of the play at the time, he said, "You are who you are. That's why you fit the role." You know, like, don't be so afraid of what somebody got to say to you or about you that you won't give yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, no, and even at the time, I wasn't as confident in his words then, but I took the step because I trusted what he said. What he said. And now I live that. I walk that. I talk that. Hated by most people because of it. Because a person hates to see somebody that's just genuinely happy, especially when they think they doing so much better than you. And it's like, I want to be that nigga. That nigga is happy. That nigga is living his life. Because that's all, I'm always do that. It's just, now I'm starting to slow down. But that was a part of me that had to happen. Like, I remember days people were like, man, you just, what, doing what I want to do? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. And that allowed me to grow, for real. By getting it out of my system, by even realizing where it came from, how it was inside of me, knowing that until it got addressed, it will always be there. Now I'm ready to go further in my life. I would have, even though I've always felt like I've been on cloud nine. But when I say cloud nine, I mean, to me, like, like just wanting more and expecting more of yourself, and having these things, and I'm just so happy that I'm not attached to these materialistic things. I'm not, and don't get me wrong, I do have nice shit. I do. But that's because I like nice shit. Not because I'm attached to it or I need it. But if I'm gonna have it, why not have it nice? You know what I'm saying? Like it just only makes sense. Like, but I don't mind giving it away to somebody who need it neither. I'm not about to be all distraught if I lose it or it get taken away. For real, after a certain time, it might lose value to me anyway because I had it. And it's just that. It was just something I get at the moment because I thought I wanted it. Then I get it home, have it for even a day sometime, and realize, like, damn, I'm just wasting my money. I don't even like this. Or I don't even need this. But money hold no weight to me neither. It took me a long time to even determine the value of money. The value of money that I've learned is living a life that you want to live. Yeah, money don't mean nothing to me, but would I be able to live the life I want to live without it? No. I like to drive to get to where I'm going. Man, I don't mind catching the bus. I remember those times had two cars. I still caught the bus because that's how I was raised, and that was what I used to love about not having nothing to do. I used to just go hop on the bus and ride because I like watching people. I like watching people. Not on no pervertedness or nothing like that, but just always wanting to be understood and always wanting to understand other people and being amused by the natural things that people do. I never read no books on psychology or nothing like that. I know people through real life experiences. I know people by giving people chances, by giving people the benefit of the doubt, knowing how far a person will go and knowing how far a person won't go. And one thing I could tell you about a certain group of people, we just gonna call them damaged, is no limit to how far they will go. That's why it's nothing wrong with being there for people, but you also have to know how far you gonna go trying to be there for somebody. You gotta set a boundary. Everybody can't be helped within your parameters, time, or scope of you feeling like they should be healed. It don't work like that. It definitely don't. But I'm gonna let y'all go right now because there's something going on that I'm really not excited about, and I don't want to talk about it on camera. And I'm not about to yell on camera or nothing like that. But like I said, I'm a father, and it's time for me to do some father things. So I just want to say, if you spent this time with me, thank you for spending this time with me. It's much appreciated. Comment, like, and share. Get your boy to 1,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? For real. We could do this on live. I want to talk to y'all too, for real.